Hi everybody, it's the Ruthless Jobber here. Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 2 of TEW 9. It's our see versus save. It's we don't know how this is going to go yet. We don't know if this is something I'm going to continue after the full game is released. I've got lots and lots of different ideas I'd like to do when the full game is out, and they all involve real world mods. So I'm going to say it's unlikely I'm going to continue this. Today is Thursday, the 1st of August, so it's only 2 days until the full game is released. So I wanted to get another episode out there before it's released, really. This will probably be uploaded either as soon as I've finished recording and editing, or more than likely it'll be tomorrow night, so it'll be the Friday the 2nd. Yeah, we're going to see how it goes. If it's something I think I can enjoy, we'll carry on. If not, I'm going to go with, I'm definitely going to go with my current save, the WCW 98 save, and convert that over to this database, hopefully successfully. And I do want to do something else, but it will involve a real world mod. Those of you that are long viewers of my channel will be aware that I was hoping to do a World of Sport wrestling save before the announcement of TW9 came out. So we'll see what happens there. Maybe a couple of weeks off. I've got to wait for mods to sort of be released. I know I can convert some over, but I would like some pretty accurate ones, and converting over isn't necessarily going to be all that great when it comes to the fine details. But let's crack on with this anyway. We're going to book our very first show, PLW Launchpad. Let's get into that. You've probably already seen a few videos of the new game, so I'm not going to go into too many details about what these do. Give the night off. I'm probably going to switch this off permanently, because I'm the kind of guy who will give a load of people the night off and then realise, oh, actually, it would have been really handy to have had that person on this show. So yeah, unless I really meticulously plan things out, I can probably do it for events, but TV not necessarily. So I'll click in there anyway, and we'll just sort of have a look. So yeah, you can choose. I mean, these are all the people we've got. I think it includes everybody actually. I mean, we're talking road agents, personalities, and all our in-ring talent as well. So yeah, as I say, I'm not going to give anyone the night off, especially when I've got a roster this small. I probably won't use everybody, but it's just a case of, as I say, I'm probably going to, I'd book the whole show and then realise it would have actually been quite cool to have had someone on the show that I've already given the night off to. So yeah, I probably won't be utilising this. So let's come out of that. Yeah. Venue or location for tonight's show. I mean, for the moment, I'm probably just going to use generic. I mean, what have we got? 108 fans expected. I mean, we could go anywhere, and it's just going to charge us $200. That'll do. Let's just go to wherever this is. Evansville, Indiana. So select location. Yeah, that'll do. We don't have any broadcasters. There was no pre-show incidents. Booking team meeting. It's just me. I've got 105 creative energy though. Could probably use 75 after we've obviously used the energy to actually produce the show. So we can only really go with something. I mean, I'm going to go for a creative finish. Let's have the main event. Get something creative at the finish. So that'll do. There are no restrictions. A surefire hit. Now, I have seen these fail, so it's not a surefire hit, but we'll go with it. We'll use it. Come out of that. Come out of that. Locker room incidents. Now, apparently the backstage fights have been toned down. One guy is starting to act a little bit like another guy. So yeah, hopefully he'll. Well, I say hopefully. What is it? He's the professional. Yeah, I mean, if someone else can become professional, then great. Apparently, the pair of Sergeant Bubba Lee West and Honest Frank have been hanging out a lot recently. Well, that's good. That's another positive incident. Backstage gossip is that Al Coleman and Biff the Bruiser had to be separated after a heated argument. It's not a fight, but yeah, so far I've noticed there's a lot of this sort of thing, and I hope it is toned down a little bit. I obviously don't want it to never be in the game, but yeah, sometimes things can go. You can have too much of one thing. Okay, that's it then for the incident, and I will address the locker room. I'm going to inspire. You can only use it once every so often, but bearing in mind I don't know when my next show is going to be, I'll use it. So what is it? It's once every 60 days. So okay, if I do carry on this save and we have another event next month, I just won't be able to use it for the next month's event. So yeah, okay, inspire them. Inspirational speech. Your entire room is now fired up and buzzing with anticipation. Right, so now we can move on and we can start booking our show. I'm going to do what I normally do. I'm going to have a gauntlet match to crown our first champion. And talking of which, have I even created the title? No. Oh, we'll do that. Do that now. The PLW World. Singles matches, doesn't really matter. Minimum weight, I'm not going to change it, but we're only really going to use bigger guys. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So let's add the match. Then we're going to have say probably a 10-man gauntlet match. I haven't actually played this game much. I've only really done the show in the last episode. It wasn't even a show, was it? So I barely really touched it. I'm kind of waiting for the main release and just get cracking with converting the 98 database over. So our main event, then we need to find a gauntlet match, don't we? So we can find, if we can find something. So it'll be classed as a battle royal, I expect. Yeah. So let's go 10-man. 10-man battle royal. Okay. Well, we're gonna create it then. Add new match. Gauntlet 10-man. And let's just copy that. Paste that. Standard 10-man gauntlet. That'll do. I'm not going to go too far. I think the prestige would be quite high, really. It's not something you see in wrestling very often. Well, when I say high, I don't want to cheat the system, but I mean, I think average. Yeah, you don't see them very often at all. I think it'd be a bit of a novelty. It's not something I'm going to use very often. Held in the ring. Right, the finishes, well, you're not throw from ring. It's pinfall and it's submission. It's count out and it's DQ. And it's 10 count. Because you could theoretically get knocked out. Let's just go knockout. I'm never going to use it. But let's put it there. Save. Okay, and we want our top guys. So I don't know. What have we got? Okay, we've got some major stars. I don't want to use them all because I do want a couple of other matches on the card. But we'll have Knuckles, because I think I was going to put Knuckles in as our first champion. Can't remember. Or was it Stan Manor? Might have been Stan Manor. But that'll do. Then we'll go to the stars. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to make sure we've definitely got some heels and faces in there. 5. No well-knowns. Oh, hang on, there was. My system's been a bit slow. No, it wasn't. 6. Blimey, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're all unimportant. 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I might start recording on my PC, actually. It's a little bit more powerful. It'll probably be a bit quicker. Save that then. Okay, so we're going to go with, I don't want to go too far. Say 32, so 37 overall. Yeah, okay. Road agent notes. I want the winner. I am going to go with Stan Manor. Stan Manor. And something else that you can do as well is you can choose who's eliminated where, which is absolutely brilliant. I'm not going to go too in depth with that, but I am going to have the 9th. So the last elimination is going to be, and I've not really thought about it, but it's got to be someone like, Knuckles, I think. Yeah, we'll go Knuckles. So like he's the last one to come in. He gets beaten in the final. We'll use that creative finish. Yeah, use the creative finish. See how that goes. Yeah, I mean, I could do literally every elimination, which I am looking forward to doing in my quote-unquote main saves. But for this one, I think I'll just stick to, the 9th. So we know that what's his face? Knuckles will be our runner-up. Script it, open match, clean finish, pinfall. Okay, book segment. Knuckles is very unhappy. I was thinking maybe Knuckles should be our winner, actually. I think he's slightly more popular, and he's the heel. And I think it just, if I was booking it properly, I would have the heel win this, and then so you get the face chasing. So Knuckles is going to win this, and then the 9th elimination is going to be Stan Manor. 9th elimination, Stan Manor. Okay, now Stan Manor will probably be upset. Okay, that's great. Right, and we've got, okay, it's a 90-minute show. So we need to fill up, I'm only going to take a rough guess, 80 minutes? No, probably about 70 minutes wrestling time? Or did I can't even remember if I worked this out. No, okay, I haven't done it yet. My maths is awful. I have to go online and go to Google and go, what is 70% of 90, or what is 80%, and it tells me, and I just stick that in. That's how many minutes wrestling time it is. Right, so we'll have a one-on-one. Actually, no, do you know what? Yeah, we will have a one-on-one because we've not actually got many wrestlers left to use. I guess some people could wrestle twice. I try to avoid that. I mean, literally, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So someone's either going to miss out, or we're going to have one-on-one and one triple threat. I could hire some local talent, I guess, something I very rarely do. But let's crack on. Let's crack on for the moment. So we had a couple of major stars left, didn't we? So let's go with Mario Heroic. He's a heel, and he can take on Silence as a heel as well. Oh blimey! Warren Technique. Yeah, go with that. It's got to last a fair amount of time because, as I say, I want to go about 70 minutes wrestling time here. Go Mario Heroic to win this. Give the crowd something slightly different. He can win by count out. Have we got to have a storytelling match? Probably. Do that. Okay, that's got to go there. 54 minutes. Okay, we can afford to be a little bit more, maybe a slightly shorter-ish match. So we go with, come on, this is so slow. My laptop is really slow. Go with Alan Parent. Oh no, it's got to be a triple threat, hasn't it? Didn't we have one more, or someone's going to miss out? Rain Man. We can have someone else be interviewed or something. So actually, no, this is going to have to be a long match, isn't it? Unless I do bring in a local worker just for this. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that, really. So let's go 14 minutes. Let's give the win to Alan Parent. Open match script. Do I even need to use any of these other ones? I think I do. But let's see if we get a warning first. We'll go clean finish, pinfall, book segment. Well, that's 70 minutes. Okay. What have we got here? 3 different match aims. And we've only got 2. So this one then. No. We only got 2. We only got 1. Bit of a bummer, isn't it? The Gauntlet 10-man, just to satisfy the game. Do you know what? I mean, we don't have to. We're a tiny company. It's not really going to make much difference. Yeah. Do you know what? Leave it. Whatever. So who's left of the in-ring talent that I haven't used? I don't even know which one of these. The Silencer. Yeah, we'd quite like to use him really, but I'll tell you what. Then we'll put him in an angle. I mean, we're gonna have an angle anyway. Who did I say was our sort of main personality? Role, on-screen personality. Let's see what we've got, because it was between a couple, wasn't it? So I think Honest Frank was going to be like the main guy. Okay, so let's have Honest Frank open the show. I'm not going to do what I usually do with these, because I might do that in one of my quote-unquote main saves. yeah, I won't give it away. If you've watched my channel long term, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's a particular formula, a particular story I always tend to go with in my first show. So Honest Frank opens Premier League Wrestling and welcomes the fans. I mean, this isn't important. Gonna script it. Yeah, give him 5 minutes. So it's Honest Frank. I mean, what is it? There's all these new options now. I mean, he's not cutting a promo, is he? Subject to video, being interviewed, segment host might be the closest we've got. The only thing I'm a little bit disappointed, there isn't one there for like manager, like a manager cutting a promo. I guess you would just put the worker who you'd put down as the manager, I guess, and say cutting a promo. But I mean, you got bodyguard, segment host. I think that's probably the closest you'd have for that. So save those details. I think this only needs to be, actually no, we'll have another part. Let's utilize the new techniques or the new features, I guess, that we've got. So part 2, Honest Frank would still be there as a segment host. We would have, I can't remember his name. Who did Knuckles? We would have Knuckles. Knuckles would come out probably cutting a promo, so he's coming out and he's like, I deserve to be the champion. I've got all these other titles, national titles, unify them, just give me the belt now. So he cuts a promo, and I'm not going to give him 5 minutes though, give him 2 minutes on that, so it's going to be quite a long segment really. Save those details, in fact go back to part 1 and make that 3 minutes. So it's 5 in total. We'll give it like one more little. So add new part. Actually copy that part. So these guys are still there. Maybe not. Knuckles isn't cutting a promo anymore though. Maybe he's a non-speaking appearance. So you got non-speaking appearance. You also got where was it? A background. It's not alphabetical order, is it? Wasn't there one that was background? Maybe they've taken it out in one of the background player. So was that just someone who's literally just standing around in the background? Don't know, but yeah, non-speaking appearance in this particular part. Update that, and then we'll have. I've got to remember who was in the match now. Rain Man wasn't. Waldo. Waldo. See, I can't remember. Al Coleman? No, I don't think he was. God, I'm awful at remembering things, aren't I? Jerry Martin must have been. Even if he wasn't, it doesn't really matter. Jerry Martin comes in and he starts cutting a promo. And we're going to have Stan Manor. He comes in and he starts cutting a promo. And they come in and they say, there's no way you deserve to be the champion on your own. That's ridiculous. You need to have some sort of challenge. And then Honest Frank sort of announces, or gets something in his ear. He says, Mr. Smith, I'm just hearing from Mr. Smith. He wants a gauntlet match tonight. So any wrestler that we've got under contract, if you're here tonight, you've got to come and see me within the next 10 minutes, put your name down for the gauntlet. That's just a very, very basic version of what I normally tend to do. So you've got 7 minutes. Let's book that segment then. And that's obviously the very first segment. I said this was 90 minutes, didn't I? So we've got not got a lot to go on, really. So what we'll do is then we'll have Mario Heroic and Warren Technique. Mario and Warren, add angle. Part 1 will be Mario cutting a promo on Warren Technique. And so he's going to be off screen. Add. And now it's the other way around. Warren Technique cutting a promo. And Mario Heroic. I didn't change the part. Let's change that then. Let's change that back. Warren technique is off screen. Update that. So yeah. So then we save those details, copy that part, but now he's cutting the promo. Update that, and then Mario. I do love this new angle builder. It takes a little bit longer, but I'll tell you what, I think it might encourage me to tell better stories. I hope it does that. So now he's off screen. Update. Okay, so they're gonna be backstage then. Backstage. Save that part 2, because if they're in the ring, part 2. Part 2 is also background. Save details. If they're in the ring, how can you have one off screen? So it's Mario Heroic. I hope I spelled that right. I'm not over fussed, but would like to. Mario Heroic and Warren Technique pre-match promos. Save the details. We can also put text in here. We can say, we can put what we want. I could just literally build an entire paragraph saying exactly what happens. I might do that sort of thing in my main saves. I'm not going to build massive paragraphs. I'm not going to write novels, but maybe a little bit more than what I would normally have put in here. Yeah, we'll see. Let's book that segment, and that's going to go in between those matches. Right, now, let me just remind myself who is in this match. Al Coleman, Brendan, Penfold, Waldo. So Al, Brendan, Penfold, Waldo. If I can remember all those, they're just going to have a pre-gauntlet match promos. So backstage, pre-gauntlet match promos. So part 1's going to be, let's give them a minute each. Part 1's going to be Brendan Idol cutting a promo. Add that. Copy. Yeah, I do want to save that. Copy. Remove Brendan Idol and put in. Oh, who did I say? See, I'm awful. I'm awful. Al Coleman. Al Coleman. Cutting a promo. Save the details. Copy the part. Remove Al Coleman. Who else was there? I might not have said him, but I know he was there. Penfold. Cutting a promo. Save details. Copy. Remove Penfold. And okay, we'll have one more then. Yeah, part 4 will be... There was one more name I said. I don't think it was... No, it wasn't. It was Waldo, wasn't it? Cutting a promo. Right, so that's 4 people. Pre-gauntlet match promos. Book that. So it should be 4 minutes, which will take us up to 85. I just want to check. Rain Man. Rain Man's a face. That works out perfectly. Rain Man's a face and Knuckles is a heel, because what we're going to do after the match, we're going to have like part 1 will be Knuckles celebrating. Do you know what I've just realised I didn't do? And I didn't do it because it's not as obvious anymore. Go into the match. These tabs up here. Titles. Don't want to forget to put the title on the line, do we? Now book the segment. So yeah, what did I say? Rain Man and Knuckles. So Knuckles will celebrate post-match celebration. So we give it a minute. Knuckles. See, what would you put this down just for celebrating? Non-speaking, dramatic act, work in the crowd. late on in it's the last segment of the show. Would you do that? The closest thing's dramatic acting, but it's not, is it? It's got to be. It's got to be. I mean, he's celebrating winning the title. Dramatic. It doesn't seem right, but that's all I can think. All I can think. Part 2. So save those. Add new part. Part 2. Knuckles is still celebrating, but Rain Man will appear and start cutting a promo. And we'll make this maybe 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes. Update that. Save the details. So that's 4 minutes in total. So we've got 1 minute where maybe they just stare down. So let's copy that. 1 minute. Rain Man. You'd put it both down as in intimidation, wouldn't you? If they're kind of staring each other down. Where's the intimidation gone? I really wish this was alphabetical order. Update, and then Knuckles as well. Yeah, I would like a few more options in there. Yeah, update. Save those details. Book the segment. So post-match celebration takes up to 90 minutes. What's the problem here? The storyline's the problem. I did introduce a storyline because we need one. Oh no! Okay. The storyline must be advancing then. Okay, we don't have announcers; they're not needed, and we haven't got the 3 match aims, but we've only just got 3 matches. All right, then let's have a look. Okay, the opening segment. Apparently, if I double click in that, I can see everything. I mean, there's only 3 parts anyway. Okay, so part 1 was very good, part 2 was very good, and part 3 was very good. Overall 41 crowd. I love this. Hot and rising. So that's a good start. We've got gimmick changes. I won't go into them, but very good, adequate, and very good. And yes, the storyline. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add in some kind of text because it doesn't even tell you what the angle's called anymore. So you have to give it a segment name, but it doesn't display it anywhere. All right, okay. That should. Do you know what's happened? Yeah, I screwed up. That should have gone first. Every time I update with a new patch, it's changing my preferences. So we're gonna have the title match next. Well, yeah. Okay. I'm annoyed about that. I mean, maybe it's user error, maybe it's me, but I always change my preferences. So the order I have is main event at the bottom, and I'm sure every time I've updated the patch, it's changed it. All right. Okay. Well, it is what it is. I don't really want to go through it now. Okay. Well, 39 there. I love this as well. The wrestling rating and the crowd rating. I do like that because I think you'll be able to get a better feel of, all right, their wrestling's rubbish, but people are loving it. You know, people are loving the conflict between these two guys. Yeah, then there's the pre-match promo after it's taken place. I'm so annoyed about that. Do you know what though? That's what it's all about, right? Learn the new game, learn the little quirks, learn from your mistakes. Oh, Rayman was used. Who was the guy who wasn't? Oh, it was the silencer that wasn't used. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So yeah, we did increase our popularity. Fans were disappointed that. Well, okay, yeah, that the fans were disappointed that of the storylines further during the show, none really had any dramatic stakes. Yeah, I need to find out what that means. Someone mentioned that on the forum, and I think it's to do with the who wins who gets the storyline victory, and you now need to do that via the road agent notes. This is all going to be really, it's all going to be stuff to learn. But do you know what? It's all really good, really great improvements to the game. I think. Yeah, and less than 3 of the match aims were used. All right. So 37 overall, though. Addressed the locker room. We did increase popularity. Oh, this is just, I don't usually do these, do I? But okay, give him a hug. And who else? Knuckles. Praise for a great performance. Yeah, that'd do. Seem pleased. Seem pleased. The workers were confused as to why the show was in a upside down order. Financial report. I like this as well. So yeah, I mean we've lost. I think I put the tickets to free. Yeah, I put the tickets to free to try and increase popularity a bit quicker. So yeah, the financial report isn't going to look good. The popularity recap though, that's where we are. There is no changes. It does show it here, which again is another brilliant feature. I think it's really good. You can see exactly where it's improved and by how much. Love that. Okay, we don't get a media scrum because we're such a small company. So apart from me putting the show in the wrong order, I think that was a success. Thought we'd just return quickly to the office just to have a quick look over things. Obviously now we've got a proper calendar, so even if I did hold the show on the Sunday, today, the next day wouldn't be the start of the new month. So still got a couple of days to sort of skip to do my usual, looking at finance and looking at the roster and everything. But no real point in doing it right now. I think it's fair to say because of the mistakes that I made there, and I've still got a lot to learn really with the new features. I don't think I'm going to continue this particular save when it comes to Seaverse. I'm more, how can I put this? I'm more open to doing a Seaverse save, but most of my ideas at the moment are surrounding real world. So, gotta say, it's unlikely I'm going to do a Seaverse series on YouTube, but you never know. Hope you've enjoyed this one. I know, obviously, the show itself was a bit of a mess, but yeah, it was just another little insight into the game. There's loads and loads of features that I'm sure people will get around to showing you. I don't plan on doing a lot of stuff backstage in my YouTube series, but I'm sure there are things that we're going to look at and that I'm going to use, and maybe the first time I use them, I'll put it on camera and sort of just go through it. But you know what? There's going to be loads of people out there doing videos for TEW9. You're not going to be short of any insights into how the game works. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves. I've been the Ruthless Jobber, and I'll see you all again soon. Take care. Goodbye.